this how it usually shows up?
No.
Let me end it. Do it again. Let's see if it works.
She's just helping her mom out.
I'm setting up the thing.
Restart it.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
It's good?
Yeah, it's good. All right. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Yeah, pretty much we're just gonna go into this article. Okay, you know, as you can see, chaos and these riots and these protests are breaking forth. Okay, on the face of the earth, man. And here you have in Lebanon. All right, these citizens are going crazy over there because of their economy. Okay, because their economy is starting to, not even starting to, but it's just doing bad.
It's deteriorating.
All right? That's right. So
and that's all according to biblical prophecy. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say that in the last days it's going to be times like this, and those times is what we're facing right now. And it's just you got to understand that it's not a one place thing; it's a whole world thing. It's a global thing. Okay. And that's what we're going to get into right now. So go ahead.
That's right. So it says Lebanese citizens vent their eerie by torching bank, army vehicle, and at least one protester shot dead. All right. It says the protest, and then you also have in Haiti, you have the police that are protesting the government. You know, with their guns and all that. So it says a protester has been shot and killed in the Lebanese city of Tripoli, as the country's financial and economic crisis worsens under the additional pressure of the coronavirus pandemic. All right. So the because of this collapse of their economy, because of the worsening of their economic situation, okay, this coronavirus is only making it worse, showing you that once that economy, especially when this happens on a global scale, all right, once that global economy falls, this place is through. People are going to go crazy, man. The same way these people are going crazy.
So it's like we said, it's a trickle down effect.
Right.
Okay, it's a trickle down effect because the same things that's happening, we always use things that's happening outside of Babylon as an indication of things that's going to be happening here in Babylon very soon.
Right.
Okay, because it always happens. You look at the biggest example and the most recent was the whole pandemic with the Rona. Okay, started in China, and we knew it was going to come over here. It was just a matter of time. Okay, and now you're looking at, because remember, everything is interconnected. All right, the banks and all these different trade markets and all these countries are literally trading with the U.S. dollar. So if any of those countries are being affected because by trading of the U.S. dollar, their economies are being are deteriorating, and it's causing riots and protests, it's common sense to let you know that it's only a matter of time for it to come here to America. Okay, it's only common sense, man, and it's just a matter of time, and time is running out. Okay, all these different countries, remember, they're taking drastic measures because they understand about the whole central banks. Okay, they understand about the Federal Reserve, they understand about these Rothschilds and all these different banking families that run everything. So now that the truth is out, everybody's aware of this thing. They know that the people are gonna eventually revolt. Okay, they know the people are gonna revolt, and that's why they locked everyone down so they could institute their so-called New Order blueprint. Okay, so when they let everyone out and people realize, damn, when they locked us in, they took everything away from us. We're gonna have to revolt and get our things back. They're gonna be like, revolt from what? Revolt where? And that's when they're gonna come to climb down on people. That's why in Revelations 12:12 it says what? For they shall come down upon the world, having great wrath, for they know they have but a short time.
That's right.
Okay, so that preparation is what they were doing, and that's why they had to get everyone inside. So once everything is situated and you come outside, everything is different.
Yeah.
Okay, you're powerless at that point.
Yeah. Hey, they use this coronavirus to birth an even worse crisis, and that's what this world is about to see, man.
That's it.
And it's gonna be simultaneous. So it says the Lebanese pound has collapsed amid soaring inflation and unemployment worsened by the shutdown of the economy, exacerbating the pre-existing financial crisis which has plagued the country since October.
Right, and America recently, for the past few weeks or so, unemployment has been bumping up, man. You know, so imagine all these people coming outside again. These jobs, all these stores that people, most of the jobs that people do is what, retail. And a lot of retail stores have been closing, all right, because of this whole Corona thing. So you're literally gonna have just a few top corporations that are gonna be running everything, and everybody else is gonna be jobless. What are they gonna do? They're gonna be tight.
Right.
People gonna have to fight because it's like, yo, my job is not there no more. All right, I filed for unemployment, and I'm not even getting the benefits of it. Because remember, we keep saying, it's a systematic thing. They want to make sure that people are coming back to Egypt for help. You got to beg your government for a solution, man. All right, and people are gonna lose their minds because what? Lack of bread. All right, how you gonna make your bread? Because you got to get a job. Now you can't get a job because there are no jobs, okay, and there's no food. All right, we might touch on that with all these plants. We brought it out yesterday, but there's more coming out that all these farmers are dumping out milk, you know, euthanizing their animals and shit. All right, so what do you think is gonna happen when they so-called bring everything back to place, man?
Right.
You know, you're looking at a whole new world, man, a whole new world, and the order is already set. It's a new world order. Okay.
Yeah. So it says, hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Like it says, amid soaring inflation and unemployment, like the bro just said, man. Look, money, jobs, these are all means to an end. You know, you work so you can make money, and then you use that money to get to what you need, which is whether food, clothing, shelter, whatever the case may be. Now, when people don't have or not able to get money and use it as a means to an end, then they'll find another means to get to the same end. All right. And so if the end is getting food, let's go. If the end is getting food, okay, and they can't use money to get it, they'll take it. You know, because that's when desperation sinks in. Now, it mentioned hyperinflation, or it mentioned inflation, which is what we're about to start seeing here very soon. Because how does an economy work? Supply and demand. Okay, and those have to be balanced. But when the demand is low and the supply is high, you cut the supply. And then soon it flips to where when you cut the supply too much, then the demand becomes high and the supply becomes low. When the supply becomes low and the demand is higher, then what? The value of the supply goes up. Okay, just like anything that's rare or scarce, the value of it goes up. So now food becomes scarce because, like we just mentioned, those farmers now they have to cut all their you know, the products, their supplies. So what is that doing? You're cutting the supply. Okay, and very soon people are gonna start seeing that, look, in these supermarkets it's getting less and less and less, and you're waiting for when they're gonna refill it, but it's not happening. You know, you come here and then, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, the shelf goes away and then it comes back again, but it's half this time. You know, and then that goes away and it comes back in and it's a quarter, and then it goes away and then it's not coming back. You know, so it says the Lebanese pound has collapsed amid soaring inflation and unemployment worsened by the shutdown of the economy. That's what we're going to see happen here. It says exacerbating the pre-existing financial crisis which has plagued the country since October. All right, and then it has a video here. Let me see if I could play it. Now, these people are going crazy over there, man. If I could show it. Might not be too clear. Okay, there we go. See them, man? Yeah, I want the reflection in there, so.
I hope y'all can see that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll put the link of the article in the description so you can look through the article and see the videos. But another one says, as protesters became increasingly angry. Oh man, that's what it is. Soldiers fired warning shots into the air before using tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the crowds. The violence only escalated from there, as soldiers faced off against protesters and rioters, ultimately shooting dead one young man in his 20s.
And that's what's coming here to America. You see, before this whole shutdown happened, and even when it happened, immediately happened, there was a lot of transportation of military personnel and exactly their military arsenal equipment and stuff. Okay, and they were placing it around the whole entire United States. Okay, and everybody was thinking, oh, they're getting ready for martial law. Yes, they are getting ready for martial law, but Esau, it's too out there. It's too out there. So for them to, they need to have an element of surprise, and they didn't have that if they were to attack right away. So they say, you know what? Right now, we need to have the people bring about this reason why we're gonna have martial law. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna strategically, all right, take away their freedoms, their rights, and frustrate them to the point where they have no other way but to riot, to have an uprising. Okay, it's happened many times. You go back into all these different governments in the past. All right, whenever Esau wanted to bring about a new vibration, they'll start up a war. Okay, whether it's a war between different countries, different powers, or a war between a country. All right, you go to the French Revolution, for example. All right, you go back into the overtaking of Russia and the Tsar. All right, the Russian Tsar, man, they were against the New World Order. Okay, so the Rothschilds always have to come up with a certain idea, a certain plan to break apart the people, man. All right, so that's what's going to be happening. Divide and conquer. And then what's the other one? Order ab chaos, man. Mm-hmm. So they want to bring about the New World Order. All right, but before they do that, they got to bring about the chaos. And that chaos right now is people uprising against the governments, okay, because of lack of bread, man. All right.
That's right.
So this protesting thing here, you got what? You got them, the protesters against their soldiers, man, their military. That's exactly what's gonna be happening here in America. You're gonna have people, especially these Edomites who have their guns and former military dudes, veterans, or whatever you want to call them. All right, they're gonna be fighting against the government because they're gonna be saying, yo, all these things that's happening is unconstitutional. Mm-hmm. All right, they're gonna be fighting for their constitution, which doesn't really exist. So it's gonna be a war of nothing. All right, you're gonna have a lot of bloodshed because Esau knows, listen, this is the time, man. We have to do this. If not, these people gonna get out of hand. Okay, this truth is out. This truth is out. So imagine a lot of people all of a sudden say, yo, put the guns down, let's get our scriptures and get right into this Israelite vibration. You know what Esau's gonna lose it. All right, Esau's gonna lose it, man. That's why right now they have to take advantage. Okay, they have to take advantage of the crisis, man. Mm-hmm. What they say, don't let a crisis go to waste. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's everybody's seeing what it is. Like even the farmer in the video, when he was talking about the what they're doing with the food and stuff like that, telling them to cut the population of the cow like that. He was saying, look, this is all for their ultimate like agenda, what they want, you know, and he was calling for the quote unquote patriots, mm-hmm. Because a lot of especially the Edomite Americans, they're very quote unquote patriotic. And wake up one day with no food. You're gonna be that being in the dark with no food, man. Okay, you're going to the same the enemy you're fighting is the one you're going to for help. That's not how it works. Okay, but going on, it says the soldiers bombarded with fire bombs and a grenade in an engagement during which 2 soldiers were lightly injured. Eyewitnesses video from the scene purports to show the army vehicles ablaze. All right, and like I said, I'll put the link in the description so you can watch the video. All right, but hey, it goes to show you, man, these military, all right, and these police, yes, they come out and they use the tear gas and water cannons and all these different, but when their life is in danger, then they're allowed to use lethal force. Okay, because rioters, they'll come out, and they'll like throw rocks and all these different things, but when they come out shooting, all right, with actual guns, and they come out throwing grenades and stuff like that, what you think, the cops are just gonna sit there and do nothing? No,
right, because at that point it's a war.
Right.
All right. When your soldiers from a country go to war against another country, they're not throwing stones. They're not doing we're just like throwing rocks and shit. No, it's my life against your life. If I could take out 5 of you to save 1 of mine, I'm doing that.
Right.
Okay, so that means what? Bombs over Baghdad, man. They're gonna be using all these different technology against the people in the war, which are gonna be the American people, man. So this thing is not. Remember, your government is not here to save you. Trump is just doing all these things to make it seem like there's amongst the Republicans and the Democrats. Cuomo's asking for this. The states are asking for this, and I'm giving you guys this. I'm giving you solutions to the problems. No, they created the problem, and they're gonna offer you a solution, and ultimately give you that chip. Okay, but they have to create a boogeyman. That's what they call it, an invisible enemy. Mm-hmm. How are you gonna fight an enemy that's invisible, man? And it's code language for we're fighting against the Most High, because the Most High is the invisible enemy against this country, man, against this society, against Esau, Edom, okay, against wickedness. All right. And invisible is what? This word that's going out is also invisible. You can't see this word, but you can feel it. You can see the vibration and how it's changing the world, man. To them, it's an enemy. Okay, that's what they mean by this, man. These are all what prophecies, man. The pestilences, the famines, diseases, these things are all invisible, but you can see it and you can feel it. Okay, and it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh. So when Esau comes out and says we're fighting against an invisible enemy, they're really talking about fighting against the Most High, man, and his angels. Right. Okay, and this word. But guess what? This word is not going. It's gonna go out throughout that the scriptures speak of, that we come out and break down to you. It's going to happen, man. All right.
So it says several banks were attacked as the protesters vented their eerie at the country's economic apocalypse. At least one bank was set on fire, as eyewitnesses footage from the scene show. See, so they're like, look, at this point, the money's worthless.
Right.
So what the hell is the value of a bank? You know what I'm saying? They can't do anything for you, and that's why these people are going crazy. But what do you expect to happen? You know what I'm saying? You're protesting and protesting and protesting. What do you expect is going to happen? You know, that protesting isn't going to bring back the value of the money. So that's why when this global economy collapses, people are going to go crazy because they're going to feel the effects of it. But how are you going to stop it then? What's the solution? And that's when everybody's going to turn. Okay, so now what? Okay, now that, you know what I'm saying, we protested and there's this back and forth and people are dead. Now what? Our economy is still collapsed. We still don't have a currency. The first step we need, and they're gonna come out and tell you, guys, the first step we need in order to go back to actually having, you know, some normalcy is to actually have a currency, is to have order.
Right.
Hence, they're gonna bring that new world order, because the old one is dead. There's anarchy in the streets. We need to bring order. Y'all want a new currency? We got one for you. We got the chip.
That's it.
You know, you want a new order? We got a world order. Because if everybody does their own thing, it's not gonna work. We need it all to be one unit.
All right, and that's how they're gonna do away with. That's how the UN really came about in the beginning. Okay, the UN was created really as a police force throughout the whole world to avoid wars. Okay, but ever since the UN came into power, there's been the most wars around the world, man. Okay, so what are you really doing? What are you policing? Who are you policing? Okay, and they're gonna come out with another one. A modified version of the United Nations is going to be a new world order, one world government, to avoid the constant race wars, the wars, the famines, everything, because they're going to say, look, there's too many divisions around people who have different ideas, and that's what's causing all these different wars and shit. So we all got to come under one banner, okay, one power, that's that everything is done in unity. Now, if everybody is under one power and working together in one unity, why divisions and fights? It's not going to exist. So that'll be their ploy, that'll be their pitch to do away with the differences in nations, man. That'll be their thing to say, look, everyone got to come together, because guess what? When we're divided, look what's happening. But if we come together, we can do away with all these differences. Racism will be done away with. Different religions going against each other will be done away with. Different economic classes will be done away with. You know, everyone is going to be one. Like basically communism. We're all going to be one, under one world, one government, one religion, and it's all going to be under Satanism, of course. All right? And we're going to do away with all these different things that brings about divisions. Okay? Governments and money systems. None of
these independent thinkers. No more.
Exactly. So everyone is under one banner. That way we can do away with the separation that brings about these conflicts.
Yep. Okay? And that's why they're going to attack your faith. They're going to attack your spirit. And they're going to try to eliminate anybody that can be a problem in that world. Hence, they're going to come after us,
right?
All right, one way or another.
Right.
So it says the country's banking association has shuttered all banks in, what was it, Tripoli? Tripoli, until security can be reestablished in the city after the targeted serious attacks and rioting put bank employees' lives in harm's way. Lebanon's banks have been the targets of protester frustration since anti-government demonstrations began last October, as people have been frozen out of accessing their savings. What do you think is gonna go through people's minds? You think they're just gonna sit at home and wait for what? The government ain't giving them any solution. So people are gonna take matters into their own hands. People steal and shoplift now. So what do you think they're gonna do when they have no other option? You know, that's why they say desperate times call for desperate measures. You know, when somebody's desperate, they'll do things they wouldn't normally do. All right, it says the pound has lost more than half its value since the financial and economic crisis began, with the coronavirus pandemic only adding insult to injury in an already tense and volatile situation. See, and this is why when this so-called pandemic is over, man, a whole nother crisis would have been already brewed, man. Okay, this was just a smokescreen and a birthing of a real crisis, man. Okay, of a food crisis, of an economic crisis. All these small businesses shutting down, and some of them are shut down forever.
Yep.
You know. So let me get a quick precept real quick. You know, we could at least add that in there. This is and we always bring these out. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, and I'll start at verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So Jeremiah is saying, well, do men give birth? No. Do men carry babies? No. Do men go through labor pains? No. So why am I seeing men in pain as a woman that's giving birth? You know, because that's how bad it. Okay, that's how painful it's going to be, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. So nothing in the past nor anything in the future is going to compare to this time. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. So this is what's coming, and we're seeing all the signs and the prophecies that are leading up to it. Okay. And so, hey, at this point, it's only a matter of time. And each passing day that goes by, more and more trouble is brews. Okay? So, hey, look, we're going to end it. You got anything else we're going to add?
That's pretty much it.
All right. So, we're going to end it there. Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Just another update, all right, on prophecy, showing you what's going on, man, because that's coming here very soon. Okay? So, with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.